try to understand how possible to create a logo. So we will try to discuss and try to follow by some recommendation which is help you to understand what kind of size, what kind of proportions, and what you could do to create your simple, classical, full logotype for any brief of the company. So first of all, let's go to the internet just to create our brief of the company. So I will choose the logo design for the industry which is specialized by the sports. And we have our company which is Alpine, and this is company which is they produce the best squash fan match. We pride over sales in our knowledge of sports, our target audience in seniors. We want to convey a sense of agents while at the same time being kind. The job description. You must create a logo using the information given in the brief. They would prefer a mascot logo that use the color orange. The logo will be used on the company website. Take into account the company's values and preferences and make sure it will work for the planet use cases. So now we are ready to create the logo for company who produce the best squash fan match. So for that kind of things, we have to first of all just to choose the name of our company and maybe if it's provided some description about the company. So let's decide it that we have the description for our company because this is give us ability to show you the full version, how possible to create the full version of the logo. Let's go to the Illustrator and create our file. Click Create New because we will create the logo which we will use for printing product and for digital product. I will start creating my logo from the printing parameters. For that I will choose tab print and let's choose A4 format, portrait orientation, create. Now first of all I need to check, I need to take my name of the company and then I will just choose the text tool and click once on my artboard and just put it the name of the company there. Because I will use the line sentence options with text tool, now I could choose my selection tool and make it bigger of my line just to give ability to work there. So now I could just make it copy to choose the typography which I would like to use for my logo. And for that kind of things you have to remember about what your company. So my company, it's about the sport. So it means that the sport usually it's always in dynamic elements. So in this case, probably it's better to choose some typography which is have some italic style. So let's choose some very simple elements and then just to use some italic elements which I have. So this is I don't have, but I have some light tool which is possible to apply. Next, for example, I will choose Helvetica, and here I will try to find some tool which is helping to provide the dynamic appearance of my elements, and also maybe I will choose some letter which is goes from the small letter because sometimes for logo it's possible to apply because this is just like a vector symbol of our future identity design. So now I also will go just to find maybe interesting design of my elements. You go through the elements just to find a good visuality of your object, which is could be looks like elements about your design. For example, this one maybe probably also will be nice to use because this is give ability us to see exactly how it looks like when you try to make like road maps or roads or any tracks about the sports. So this is sometimes connected to everything how it could be looks from the side. Let's try another elements which is probably also could help you to find a good design of the object. Maybe this one, but it's only about the elements which is probably not much with that element, so I will try to find some another elements which is possible to apply. For example, this one. Nice, yeah, I like how it look like. Maybe we have some italic, how it's look. Yeah, also possible to apply some elements which is go through, and also I will choose the same, but we'll choose the right position of the element. So now I may see, and I can see the difference between the all that elements, which is looks interesting for my object, and now I need to choose what really I would like to use for my object, when and how I would like to use them. So this is sometimes difficult, though sometimes you just need to look at and see how it's look like. And in this case, maybe the dynamic appearance will be looks interesting. And I decided that this is I can remove it. So this is also interesting to look at how it's look by the normal, very stateable position of the object. This is also nice, but a bit heavy. Maybe I don't like to use the heavy elements for my future design. So, but at the same time, you always need to look at of your decisions. So this is conversations of seniors. So this is seniors. It's a uh, very people like a Porsche people. So in this case, better to use the strong style. So this is maybe not enough, and if it's strong style, so for that probably the dynamic style will be not appeared, because the dynamic style more for teenagers, for young people. In this case, I will choose the appearance, which has helped me to keep ability to see exactly what I would like. And also I will just choose another line just to make the all lines in a good way. Then I will probably choose the lines which is caps lock, just to see that everything is okay, and I don't need it to make a caps lock for my lines. Yes, of course, I will just keep it only that way because it's look amazing when I look at how it will use it in my brand. So finally I decided what I will use, and now I need to use the second line, which has helped me to provide the description of the object. I will choose the same typography, but will try to find in italic, which has helped me to provide a good a dynamic things about the sport. So this is a strong things about the audience who will use that object, and now I will use the description. For example, it will be the squash fan match. Yeah, this is, for example, description about what usually we do, or this squash, or it could be anything about the squash, or just could be squash fan. That's just it. It's usually specified according to by the customer. So in this case, I decided to use that element. So I will choose the very simple things, and I will place here just use some extra space to provide exactly of the description of my elements. And one more thing, I can see that this element not so exactly good look at about that line, so it's look like I need extra space about to make exactly the good border of that element, and I decided, okay, I will try to use them, or I could move a bit in the top. Just please be sure that your line not exactly to glue each other, otherwise yeah, it will be very difficult to read and to watch on your text combination. The description of your object could be just the part of your name, or it could be, depends of your object, it could be exactly full of your name, the company. But in this case, I have some element which is not looks like good. So in this case, I decided, okay, it will be just placed in a pot of some elements, and in this case, help me just to make a good visual composition of my text element. I will just use the options to make the outlines of the object. Come on. I select my um, two text lines, and now I'm going to type create outlines. So now it's a vectors, and I could use the direct selection tool to make these two joins bigger. So I could just move it to make it bigger to close ability to see that my description is exactly inside of my elements. So this is how helped me to create a good composition of my object. And now I need to make the icon of my object. In this case, you just need to go through the internet just to see some references what you could use for your icon, just to provide a good visuality of what the company do. So in this case, of course, I have a squash fan match. I need to understand how it looks like if you don't know that kind of things. Okay, you could go to the Google, for example, just to click to put that element there and just to see what is going on, how it looks like of the object. So you may see it's some kind of t-shirts which is possible just to use, how it look like, or for example if you decided that this is not exactly what you need, or you could for example make a squash just to find a squash because it's a sports fashion. So what is a squash? Squash is a some kind of sport which is used specific things like here, for example. Yes, so you may see how it look like. You could also just help you to provide a good exactly how it's possible to work, and maybe you will find some specific specific things which is help you to understand what finally you could use for your object. For example, I have some kind of racket and also some ball which is we use just to make ability to work. So you could find a good appearance of these tools which people could or which is help you to redraw that element just to make exactly what you would like to use it on that element. Or for example, you may see here some references which is also could use it on your object. So for example, I decided this picture, this is quite nice. I will just copy because I needed this only to redraw my elements. And now I can make it smaller, these pictures. So I just copy it, paste it in my computer. And now I can redraw this bracket to make it exactly what I need. So I will just rotate and use some tools which has helped me to provide exactly what I would like to use it. So first of all, I would like to make a net. So in this case, maybe I will choose the line tool, then to make exactly the lines which is I needed for myself, for example, like that. Then it will be, for example, 0.5, but better to make it bigger because 0.25 will be quite very tiny line, and when you will make some scaling, in this case, of course, it will provide for you not a good appearance of the object. And now you could make the copy and then just use Ctrl D to repeat your lines. Of course, you will just change something because you may see that not everything goes exactly how you need. In this case, of course, you could make some correction of your object just to make ability to see exactly how you will use that elements on your future design. So you need to spend some time to prepare everything what you need to use your elements on your object. So I will just use the direct selection tool just to provide appearance on my future net of the object like that. It's the net of the racket used quite not appropriate way, so it will be at the tiny or bigger size, so it's okay. You just need to redraw that element to show you how it will be works, and the picture just help you to provide a good visuality of your elements. Use different type of the tools which is help you to redraw exactly everything what you need, so not to spend so many time to prepare your object. So I will, for example, use some copies. For example, now I will use this one more time like that, and one more here. So you may see I will just very quickly to redraw all that elements. So now I draw the horizontal lines. So now I could draw exactly the lines which I need. Maybe sometimes it's just better to draw by only the line tool, not to copy it and then edit. So in this case, maybe this is give you ability to make these lines in a quick way, like that. Then I will use the clipping mask, because the clipping mask just hidden all the other lines which I don't need it from myself, and also provide a good visuality of my net. Of course, it not means that you need to draw exactly shape which you would like to use. So it could be some style of the element, and I will use some style of this racket just to provide exactly what I needed for my future design. So now I will use some pen tool, which is our ellipse, to make exactly what I need. So first of all, I will use the ellipse, just redraw the ellipse which I need, and then I just correct this ellipse. For example, I will move it and put it how I need, for example like that. Then I will use the direct selection tool, which has helped me to provide exactly how I would like to make changes of my elements. Next, of course, you could use it. You could use some small correction to change the position of the elements. Or you could use, for example, the pen tool, which is help you to provide exactly what you need on that object. So I will just make some correction just to exactly provide what I need. For example, like that. This is looks not good, not bad, but at the same time I need to make it smaller. So I will, to make it smaller, I will choose Hold Shift Alt and then use the proportional elements just to make it smaller. In this case, you may see how it works. So now I just need to change the smaller size like that. So you may see that all that elements not exactly goes according to the lines. So I would just really would like to make it which is not connected to my shape of the object, but at the same time I needed these elements one more time. So in this case I will copy it and make it bigger just for myself, because I need it. Copy it one more time and make it bigger exactly, because this has helped me to provide. And one more time make it more bigger just to make a thicknesses of my object, for example like that. And then I will just change according to my size. And one more thing I need to draw here, so I will use some lines which is provide for me a good shape of my elements like that. Then I will click Alt just to change the direction of my object. Okay, I will just use it this element just to click here again, click Alt just to change my direction of the object, and here I will just make a smaller size to see where it should be finished. So for example, it should finish here. Make again some correction of the object like that. Okay, and one more time, I need to create it, that shape of the object. It's possible just to close. This has helped me just to see exactly what I need, like that. And the handle. So for handle, I will choose the rectangle, just to draw this rectangle about the size which I need, like that. And now I will rotate, put it where I need, for example here, rotate one more time, like that, and then change how it look like. So it should be, for example, here, it should be here, and okay, it's okay. For me, it's okay, because I don't need exactly to draw everything what I see, because it's just some style how I would like to see on my logo. Maybe I will just change something. Maybe I just cut it something. I just redraw. Now I will delete my picture because I don't need it anymore. And now I may see the look how it looks like on my screen. And now I need to use some editing things which has helped me to provide a good visuality. On that place, I will select all the shape of my rocket and then move it from the side because this is I don't need it now. I need only these things. And now I will select all my elements and then use make clip and mask just to hidden because I have one more element here because I draw it. So the clip and mask should be only in the top. So please be sure that not any other elements in the top. Otherwise, you will just now, for example, you may see how it look like. So now I just hidden everything what I don't need it. And now I can just put it inside of my rocket, that object. So you may see how it look like. So this is just style of my object. And one more thing, I decided to make some changes of the object. So should be one object. In this case, I will choose Shape Builder tool, and now I just make this one. And should be exactly also the element which I need to split now. So this is how it's look like, and also should be exactly how it's look like. So now you may see that I have exactly what I would like to use. And one more things, I decided to make the color which is just close, and this one I just need to delete. So now I have, this is some kind of element which is I would like to use it for my object. Maybe you decided to make inside of the object and make the size bigger just to provide exactly nice appearance of your squash rocket. And now you just need to understand how you would use that element on your logger. For example, you could make like here, yeah, just rockets. And one more decided, maybe it's better just to make a ball. So, okay, I will choose the ball. I need to find the ball. It's just the normal ball, like a rubber ball. So I will just make the square or the circle, which is also created like a black one, and will be a ball. And one more thing, you could add this ball here, for example, yeah, just to make ability to see that this ball connected to the rows, or you could make it here, for example, this ball just to see how it works. And one more thing, just not to think about how you will try to make this roundness, how they connected to each other. It's better just to make it the same things like here. Just make extra lines between the elements. So how possible to do that things? So first of all, you just need to apply this element just to make the object expand appearance, just to see exactly that this is everything what you need from the elements. So this is how possible to use that objects to just not to make anything around what you would like to choose. I mean, for example, here you may see that the elements connected to another object. Maybe it's better just to move it somewhere, just not to connect to each other. So sometimes it's better just to avoid any troubles about how you would like to use some elements on your project. Or one more thing, maybe it's better just to remove this or just to exactly leave that clipping mask from your object, because otherwise sometimes it will be very difficult to change something or to choose something, or maybe you will just choose another place where your object will be provided just to give ability to work with that element or to go through that element. So this is really up to you how you would like to use, or maybe you will work only with ball, because you could put this ball here, for example, without the rocket. I think in my place will be better to do it, because this rocket quite complicated to work. So in this case, I decided, okay, we'll move it. I will work with that ball, and I would like just to make interesting line of this ball. In this case, for example, I will use some lines, some circle here, and some lines which is go through that circle of my object. In this case, I will just use the same element like this one. Just make it change from the fill to the stroke. This object, this is give me ability to use this object exactly way what I need. And now I will just copy it and move it, this element, just rotate this element exactly according to that joins, just to make ability to see how it's going on. So look at, I will just use several options to see or to show the ball which is go through the elements on the object. For example, like this one. So 1, 2, 3, and one more time. 4, 5. Let's see. Look at how it will be looks like. So I decided that I selected all of them, choose shape builder tool, and now I will just select everything. For example, this one, this one, this one will be according to that place. Will be according to that place. Will be according to that place, and will be according to that place. This is independent. This is also maybe independent like that. So now I may see that all the elements which I choose, this is maybe also should be like that. Yeah. And should be like a circle from how it works. So everything should be selected just to remove all the shapes around. Maybe sometimes you just need to make the go to the view outlines, because otherwise maybe sometimes you can't see exactly where you also have to select something. So this is okay, this is okay. I don't like this one element, but okay, maybe we'll just look that one. So probably it's look nice, my ball. And other, I will just hold Alt to delete everything around my object like that. So now I have a ball, which is now I can go exactly again in preview. So now I may see that could be all that elements just to go to change. Like okay, I will just, this one could be a black one. So this is also could be a black one, like that. And here no any elements. And one more thing, I decided that these things should be less just to make some extra space between. So I selected all my elements which is around, and now I will go to the object path, offset path. This is object will give me ability to make a smaller size. So I will just first of all use -1 and preview just to see how it works. It's quite a lot. So I will choose -1. So this is giving me exactly what I need, and click OK. So now this is what I have. I will just move it from the side. So this is how it works. And now also I just move my circle, which exactly need to put it here. So now you may see how it looks like from the object, and you could just delete anything, and this will be a ball which I will use it just to put this ball exactly where we'd like to use. For example, it will be here, exactly on my first A. And now I have a good, nice, very simple logo which I would like to promote for the customer. So this is a logo which is in black color. So now I'm ready to make colorful elements according to any different type of presentation. So first of all, it will be the logo in black color, and then I will provide the logo which will be not in black. I will be in inverse, so it will be the white color, and then presented on the black plane. For example, you decided to make an ellipse where you would like to represent this logo. So you draw the ellipse, which is black one, go to the backside, and then move it just to show you object, just to show your logo exactly. It could be a rectangle, it could be a circle, it could be a square. So anything just to show you how your logo will be looks like when you inverse the color. And the last one, which I also could provide here because it's a printable document, because it's SMIC, I could apply the colorful. And for the colorful logo, it's a logo which is about to show you the object, for example, in the colors. And in the colors, I just need to understand what kind of colors I could use. And for that colors, I can see that all the squares, it look like a brown and red one. So the rockets also like a white, black one, red color, most of them. Yeah, so I could just look at some references about what it's connected to the sport. Yeah, what kind of colors usually they use. So I can see that almost use the red color about the lines just to make the structure of the field where the players play. So I will choose the red color of my object, and the next one it will be maybe some another color like gray, for example, which looks like a metal from the rocket. So this is two colors which I would like to use for my logo, and for example I will use the gray color for my ball just to give ability to see all that elements. So I will choose all that part of the ball, and now just choose the color, what kind of gray I would like to use for my color. So maybe it will be just like a dark gray, so it's looks nice, about it look very stylish. So I could use, or maybe you could add some extra blue color which is make more stylish of your object. Let's try. I will go to the color and add some cyan to my color and make it great blue element of my object. So this is nice with red color. Probably it will be very nice to look at. Maybe you will add some more colors just to make dark blue with gray. So I decided that it will be color about 50 of cyan and 90 of black color, and I need to save this color because otherwise I could miss this color. To save the color, I need to go to additional menu, create a new swatch, and now here it will be some one color. Just I will switch off the global color, just make a normal color of my object. Click OK. Now this color it's provided here on my swatch window, And also I will use this color for my description, just to make ability to use the same color here. And also I would like to make this circle also this color, just to change something about the elements. And here I will just ungroup the elements. Ungroup, you could use the right mouse button just to make it exactly between difference between them elements. And I will just cut it and then put the same place, because other elements I will choose just to apply the red color. And the red color, it's like a red color which is very deep color. So in this case, maybe this is nice, or maybe you would like to make more colors just to appear some again some other appearance of the color. So I will try to find a good color for my elements, maybe just a bit darker of the elements, just to see exactly the darkness of the elements, like a 50. Now it's very dark already, so maybe it will be 40, 30, yeah, 30, yeah, maybe it's good. So now I can see that it's a kind of works good. So this will be my second color. So I choose the color and save it again. So now I have all the presentation to the customer. So maybe you will just make it changes just to move it somewhere, just to give a good, just to provide a good composition of your logo. So now everything is provided, and one more thing, sometimes it's asking to provide exactly the size. For example, it says that here we need a size about the long size should be, for example, 100 millimeters. So first of all, you have to select all your logo with already text in outlines. Check that you have a link which is on between the size, and now set the long size of 100 millimeters, and now it's exactly how it looks like. The next one, for example, your red color, it says that you have to apply the height, exactly the height, which is, for example, 45 millimeters. So again, you just need to choose your logo and put the height of the logo exactly 45 with the connection between the size on. So and apply. This is will be exactly size which they ask you. And now you just need to make a good visuality of representing your product, your design on your object. So, and you are ready to save. And it says that you have to save first of all exactly the object with the text, which is not the Illustrator file should be saved with the text, for example, not in outlines. In this case, I already have in outlines, but at the same time, I remember what kind of size I choose. In this case, I will just create one more things of the elements, just to put here the text which I will use from my brief, like that. And the second one was the same typography, just not italic, just the normal, regular, and it was the name of the company, like that. And here I will just put here and make the same composition, just to apply exactly text without with editing condition, or editing requirements. So this will be my element, and this is, I will just move it here to place in exactly position where I need. This is just, you need to provide it, so it doesn't say exactly that should be in editing mode, but at the same time it shows you that you could add something. And also you just need to select your ball, copy it and put it here. So now everything is done about how it will work. Here should be a black color. So now you may see that everything is work correct. Maybe you would like to make it bigger here, the size of your ball, because maybe sometimes it's not enough. So you decided to make it some bigger distance between the elements. You again go to the path, offset path, and created your element just to show exactly how you would like to work. So now you're ready to save. I have an editing file with the editing text mode. So for that, I go to the file, save as, find the name, any name which I need. Just for example, let's create a desktop folder like logo design. Create, and here will be a logo. Save. Please choose, it depends because sometimes we use a different version of the Illustrator. Please use Illustrator CC if you use any new version like me, because otherwise if someone would like to open in an old version, it will provide not good quality to work. So now okay. Now I need to delete editable elements, because the next what usually we ask is create a PDF file with the text in outlines. So I don't need anymore the outlines, and now I again file, save as, choose the Adobe PDF. Then here will be the same name, save. And here, for example, it says that it should be editable file. So editable PDF file, it means that Illustrator default should be, because this is give you ability to change anything what you need to change when you would like to work. Because it will preserve, it will be embedded images, it created layers if you needed some layers, and nothing more what you need to set here. Just save, and you have already PDF file. And one more thing, sometimes for using the identity in the future, you need to create some EPS file. It's a format which is possible to save anything what you need. For example, you need to save three different parts, or two different, like black logo and colorful logo. In this case, it's better just to leave only exactly what you need to save. Just to leave for the artboards exactly a logo which you would like to apply for the EPS file. In this case, you go to the file, use save as, and choose from the format EPS. And now you could use here logo black, for example, because we would like just to save only black. And here it's better to use artboards, otherwise it will maybe use all the elements which you have on your object. Well, let's check how it works. So I will just don't need to use. I just would like to use logo EPS and save. Just save. But also to choose here Illustrator CC EPS just for old versions of the Illustrator. Click OK. And now change your artboards just to choose the artboards for your colorful logo. I will just change the position, and again go to the file, save as, choose EPS file, just here to use not black, for example color, and then save again, and again choose Illustrator. Okay. Now I have on my desktop the folder which have included several logos. Let's see how the EPS file saved. So I would like to see two that logos. I hope that it's open exactly what I need on my object. You may see that it saved not in appropriate way, because it saved everything what I have on my artboards. So this is not correct. I need to choose exactly the artboard which I need. In this case, it's better just to use the artboard which is very close to your object. Otherwise, it will save exactly for all fields which is around. So you will just need to make exactly small place about your black logo, and now you are ready to resave. So save as again, choose black color, choose use artboards, save, replace, because we would need to replace. And again, one more time, choose transparent. Please check that you are on transparent now. Okay. And the same things for the color. Again, you just need to change the artboards, which is very close to your object. This is help you to use your logo in the future. So like that. And again, just go to the files, save as, choose the EPS, use artboards, logo colorful, save, replace. Okay, replace. And now, for example, if I will open this EPS file, you will see that this EPS file exactly about the artboards which I asked them. So it's usually saved in two ways. So for your logo black without number one, you need to remove, and only the EPS file which is with artboards, you could open it and you can see that they will include only the logo which you save according to the artboards. You may see now that this is exactly what they ask to do. You may see this is the black one and this is the colorful one. So this is what usually I would like just to share with you about the work with Logger. This is help you to make your practical task about the Logger. And for the next video, I will explain you how you could provide the implementation Logger rules, which help designers to use the rules to apply your identity for the next elements. I will also explain according to that logo and according to that brief to show you what usually common to see about to create the implementation logo rules. So thank you very much for your attention. See you on the next video.